What is that? What is that? What is that?
Fuck you, it's Jim.
March.
Now that all the kids born on 9/11 are old enough to drive, let's get this big boy bus rolling. Berserk 2016 was ass. A lot of cool people are dead. I hate this place. YouTube now demonetizes videos not considered ad-friendly based on levels of vulgarity, which is real fucking retarded. And YouTube Heroes is the gayest shit I ever heard in my life. Now that it's closer to last Christmas than it is to last Halloween, let's have ourselves a good old-fashioned Spookmas special. Please look forward to my June New Year's video, thank you.
Come again.
Spooky anime is always so hit or miss. In my experience, I've found that Japanese horror doesn't often translate all that well to the 2D plane, so today I'm diving in and sharing with you what I consider some of my most favorite, genuinely unnerving anime and anime paraphernalia. Now I know not everyone will be on the same page here when it comes to the chilly willies, and typically I'm not the best judge when interpreting something as unnerving. For me it varies to certain extremes, like that one video of the Chinese guy boiling the fetus and eating it, or maybe prolonged eye contact with a girl at the grocery store. I don't know, and that's fine. Hopefully you will come away with a disturbing gratification by the end of this, and I know that's all you could ever ask of me. Fucking stinky penis having ass nigga. What's important is that with this video I'm going to be quick, gonna be clear, concise, and there's not gonna be any jump scares whatsoever.
Excuse me.
Alright, let's go.
Angel's Egg.
You knew I had to. I don't mean to be a tease. That video's coming. Surely. Angel's Egg is something else, man. I'm always drawn to branding it the Anime Space Odyssey. Why demo? Because it's so boring and pretentious? No, shut up. More because of its abstract and ominous nature, especially going in blind for a first-time viewing. Look, H.P. Lovecraft once said, "A beast they wrought in semi-human figure, filled it with vice, and called the thing a nick." Oh, that's not it. He did say that, though. The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is spooks, and... Now it's racist again. And the oldest and strongest kind of fear is fear of the unknown. But you've heard that before. And while I wouldn't ever consider Angel's Egg as frightening or even classify it as horror or Lovecraftian, which I guess if you really wanted to make an argument for, you could, 'cause fish. But bump that, if there's one thing Evangelion's taught us, it's that religious symbolism is way more uncomfortable than cosmic horrors. Since I've been MIA, there seems to have been a renaissance of interest regarding Angel's Egg, and I love that. It's a good thing. I'm glad. It means I can finally throw away the script. But back on topic, I doubt I could ever find a better terminology than unnerved to describe my initial batch of emotions upon picking up Tenchi no Tamago a decade ago. From the pace to the tone, from the imagery, the imagery to the music, there's something so rewardingly rich and haunting that I just can't quite put my finger on. This is a sentiment I've shared with others, leading me to believe Angel's Egg to be a worthy inclusion for a topic like this, and as with many entries to this list, I think the less you know, the better your experience will be upon viewing. So I'll just say, whatever you've heard and whatever ramblings you've sat through trying to explain to you what Angel's Egg is supposed to be, I'd encourage you to waver all that aside during your screening and discover what it is for you, as corny as that sounds. Enigmatic masterpiece? Or muddled poopy pee pee dribbly cum stain? For me, it plays with your expectations till eventually gassing you up for a grand climax that does come, but not with the finale you might expect. Rather, a lofty, thoughtful thesis that leaves you wanting, wondering, wishing. And I have to stop talking before this becomes a 20-minute video. Next.
The Woman Who Stole Fingers.
Now I'm kind of cheating with this one since it's only 4 or so minutes long and many really won't recognize this art style as anime. But I really felt the need to include it as I don't know where else to put it, at least for Saori Shiroki's case. Shiroki's not a big name by any means. She stealthily graduated from Tokyo Art University with an animation major back in 2010 and hasn't done much in that department since. But what little work she has put out has left an impression on me since I discovered her work through Matryoshka's Monotonous Purgatory video. Something about oil paint on glass animation just makes my chode implode, and this style is used to such great effect in Shiroki's work that it's almost unnerving.
Unbelievable.
The Woman Who Stole Fingers is just the one I'm choosing because it best represents our theme, but this is more or less a shout out to her entire repertoire. Her works are quietly strange and passionate and convey an impressive sense of solidarity for an art student, because usually art students are shit. As for the short itself, I won't say too much due to its brevity, but it's definitely something I'd recommend looking up along with all of our other shorts on YouTube to anyone with the capacity for this sort of thing, and Miss Shiroki, wherever you are, please make more animations. Next.
ただいまお魚ちゃんお腹すいたかな
Perfect Blue.
Though many entries here are reliant on the nightmarish and otherworldly, it's Perfect Blue's human sincerity that sets it apart from the rest. Sorry girls and boys, I only had room for one. So I picked the best one. My only real issue with filleting Satoshi Kon is that I literally can't! So don't be bummed thinking Paranoia Agent, Millennium Actress, Godfathers, etc. are doomed and never to be spoken of given my track record. Because even if it takes another 5-year hiatus, we will get to those in time. You can't exaggerate the influences of Kon works throughout the film world enough, and Perfect Blue is my most favorite example of why that is. Filmmakers far and wide dream of achieving this level of spine-tingling, visceral, chaotic insanity. Being able to succeed so well in making use of the tools of animation in such horrifying ways you otherwise wouldn't have access to with live action is a hallmark of Kon's portfolio. It's what he's known for. You've probably heard all this before in some vein or another, and I don't care. I'm doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on this motherfucker because he will forever remain to me one of the most tragic and untimely losses in the industry, and he deserves it. Not the cancer, the praise. You don't have to be famous to appreciate Perfect Blue's dive into the complex stresses of popularity and notoriety. Nay, you must only have a taste for the divine drippings of one of the most prolific animation minds of our time. And rape. I may have neglected to mention that most of these entries include some method of rape, allegorical or otherwise.
Cat Soup.
Cat soup is that shit. Truthfully, I never really found cat soup unnerving so much as transporting. And by transporting, I mean... Where the hell am I? You know, with a video like this, I have to put in some Yuasa Masaki influence somewhere, so I guess this is what you get. 5 minutes into my first watch, I felt a level of immersion I don't often get out of storytelling, if you so choose to classify cat soup as such. And I think that's why you hear this one cited so often as the quintessential WTF, Japan? Seriously? I've done that take 20 times now and I still hate myself. If you're at all serious about checking any of these entries in this video out, I'd recommend Cat Soup as an introductory piece to your obviously lonely Halloween night. Are we still doing that? Are we still doing that? Are we still calling it the Halloween video? Sure, I don't know. Yeah, fuck it! Cat Soup's a lot like Angel's Egg in a way for me, as in there's only so much I can say before I get carried away and make this script way too long, which it probably already is. So let me do my job and tell you to go watch it. And you do your job and suck my toes. Let's see what else we got. That scene from Vampire Hunter D that scarred me as a youngin'. Wicked City accurately visualizes the real-world sexual engagements of a one-night stand. Give or take. In Apocalypse Zero, there's a great big naked fat lady that bites a guy's face off, then sews it onto her nipple. And after all these years, I'm proud to announce that JoJo's timeless dog per dead dog ratio still manages a steady 1-for-1.
Magnetic Rose.
Hey, we're back with our boy. I told you, I am not afraid to fellate.
And I will not apologize for my tone tonight.
It always feels redundant to claim something as one of Satoshi Kon's best works, given how stellar pretty much anything he touches turns out to be. But believe me when I say the Magnetic Rose is up there, as he and Koji Morimoto knocked this one out of the park. This came bundled with the 1995 short film collection Memories, amazing by the way, and shows just how real this guy can get. Setting? I don't know, who cares? Put it in space. I'm gonna make people feel strange. You like RE1 Haunted Mansion vibes? Do I have a short for you? Got an itch for mesmerizing visuals and incredible sound design? Step right up. Fan of family values? That's a special inside joke. When I get drunk and mopey and just wish my cold heart could feel anything, Magnetic Rose is one of my best go-tos. Step by step, it's a complete eerie package all around for a tense, mysterious, atmosphere-laden, beautiful sci-fi spectacle, and as a short, it doesn't overstay its welcome, sticking around just as long as it needs to. The only real issue I have with Rose is, well damn it, the cast is so endearing, and I know I'll never see them again. It's poetic in a way. When first diving into this one, I thought, wow, I'm getting some real Lynchian vibes from this head trip. Though on my way out, I leaned more towards, wow, that sure was a lot more cock and balls than I initially was expecting. You might recognize the director and professor of imaging arts and sciences at Tokyo's Musashina Art University, Keita Kurosaka's art style from Deering Gray's infamous Agitated Screams of Maggots music video. Or you might be thinking, what the hell did you just call me? Regardless, very distinctive work you'd be hard-pressed to find emulated elsewhere, and I adore it. Taking a whopping 10 years to make with, I believe, all of it done by Kurosaka's hand, Midoriko very much feels like a true passion project come to life. If your passion was to make everyone around you feel as uncomfortable as possible, with a wry half-smile on your face, while occasionally leaning to the person next to you and whispering, "I'm a vegan, by the way." And I believe Kurosaka gets off on that, and that I can respect. Don't get me wrong, Midoriko's not a film that wants to appear weird. It is weird. Proper. And understand that or not, there's a big difference between the two. Yes, this is one of those movies with a message if that deflates your interest. But it's a thought-provoking message that sometimes... well... okay. God, I love the theremin. Name one song, I dare you, that wouldn't drastically improve by 200% with a theremin's involvement. Hold on, let me just bust out my theremin. Quote from man who got the most pussy ever. Melancholic whimsy in its most concentrated form, fight me. Look, no one even knows how the thing works. Again, I'm not really here today to review anything so much as I am to impose hypnotic suggestion with subliminal messages. But I just can't see me not revisiting this in a future video or essay or whatever. Because some of my most respected aspects of film are the thoughtful little moments where I'm forced to stop and ask myself, do you get it? And is it worth getting? To which my most favorite inner dialogue will always be, kinda. I'm a vegan, by the way. And with that, I mandate there's enough to keep your nerves sated and chilly-willied for now. Maybe I'll do a part 2 of this topic in the distant future, as, if you couldn't tell, as a big abstract horror fan, it's an interest of mine I've been meaning to get into for a while now. Will you please stop waving that shit in my face? Because as sparse and comedically unbalanced as legitimate, ooh, spooky, in the realm of Japanese animation may be, there are quite a few more little nuggets still out there. Speaking of little nuggets, look at your balls. Now look at this. In collaboration with Adult Swim, Junji Ito's Uzumaki is finally getting what seems to be a pretty decent adaptation. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. I feel like killing it! Damn you! We don't talk about this. I'll see you guys again soon. Maybe, whether it's here, there, I don't know. I'm now keen to move on to other projects, but not before finally slithering this one out of my fetid birth canal. You know, whatever.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Wanna play fetch? Oh, whoop. Oh, there it goes. Good boy. Okay, I'm gonna throw this one a little further. Are you ready? Here we go. There you go. That's a good boy.